We worked on a stance. We worked on a start coming out of it. All of this is leading up to the number one block, and that's a drive block versus a head-up defensive player. So the next thing we take them to is this. We're going to go back to a preset position. We're going to get in a stance, and then we're going to work on the two-step pop. That's simply the pickup step and then the catch-up step together right there. And we've done it on air previously here. Now we're going to go back and put it up against a bag. So as the offensive lineman gets down, we have the defensive guy with the bag right here is going to get just a little bit closer than he normally would with that bag because we don't want him lunging. What we're looking for right here is the contact point, but you want the contact point with the hips underneath of you, and then you'll have a base, keep the base underneath of you. All right, here we go. We're going to go preset position. Down. All right, now bring that bag a little closer. Bring it up a little closer right there. All right, right foot, two-step pop and freeze. Ready, go. Right there. All right, freeze, stay there, stay there. Now, it's the same thing we've done on air, and now you put it with a bag, and you're looking at the impact, you're looking at the punch that the player's getting, but you're also looking at his base position. Okay, back. Back. Again, the most important thing is to make contact with both feet on the ground. These guys all had a good base right there. Again, keeping your feet as wide as your armpits or just a little bit wider. But they had a good base underneath of them. They had a good punch. So now you can put the two things together right here. Talk about a punch because you can see and hear it, and you're not worried about somebody chasing the bag all over the place. I will do it again right there. We're going to go left foot. All right, two-step pop and freeze. Down. All right, get a little closer with the bags. Come on up there closer. Go. Freeze. All right, good. Hold right there. Hold. Hold. Now you see right here on James, he's got too big a stagger on the impact. All right, these two right here are pretty base with it right there. All right, back one more time. All right, all this is the beginning point of a drive block. It's a head-up defender. Now, we're going to take it to the next part. One more time, we're going to work on the two-step pop, and then we'll just make it a full drive block. All right, here we go. You ready? Preset position. Down. One thing you're looking for here is make sure everybody's punching up. All right, right foot, two-step pop and freeze. Go. Right there. Now, look at their hands. Their hands are up. Okay, their thumbs are up. That's going to lock their arms out. They're not going to give when it gets against a defensive guy. They pads in front of their knees. They've got their tail underneath of them. All right, they're in good shape. All right, back. Okay, now we're going to put it together. The first part of this is a drive block versus a head-up defender. So all that becomes a drive block is which foot they step with is determined by which way the ball's going. So we're saying it's going to the right here. We're going to go right foot. All right, we're going to go drive block, right foot. All it is a two-step pop, and then they're going to take their feet and work them like a piston. Da-da-da-da-da, right there. And they're going to keep a base. That keeps a base. Their feet turning. And we talked to them about pounding the ground with their feet. You don't want the foot taken up out of the ground. You want it pounding the ground. All right, here we go. Right foot, drive block. Okay, down. Pick the bag up under your chin just a little bit. Go. All right, right there. Good, good. You saw the punch. You saw the punch. You saw the good arm lockout right there, and also remained a good base. One more time on a drive block here. And again, it's a head-up defender. Which foot I step with depends on where the ball's going. All right, we're going to go a drive block now with a left foot. Head-up defender, drive block, left foot. Down. Go. All right, good, good, good. All right, bring them back. All right, those guys were all in good shape, and that's the first part of it. We've built a stance, we worked on the takeoff, and now we get to the blocking part. You've got to build things in offensive line play. You've got to build it in a foundation. You've got to build it in a stepping stone. The first block we worked on was a drive block versus a head-up defender. The second thing that's going to happen in football is that defender moves from head up to an outside technique. If the offensive lineman, and the ball is going to the right side here, came off the football and simply tried to execute a drive block here, he'll be knocking the defender into the football. So when we got an outside technique, we're going to use a reach block. And I think the thing that's different about it is that we don't want the reach block to be a position step. Kids make a mistake in a reach block, and their biggest mistake is they want to go parallel first. If you go parallel first on a reach block, you've lost the line of scrimmage. So we want our first step is going to be that pickup step, just like back at the first of it, that pickup step right at his outside knee. And that's the most important step, is making sure that they don't position step. So what we're going to do here is that these three guys, there's the defense there with the outside technique. We're going to go right foot, reach step, and freeze, just to show the technique right here. All right, here we go. Hold the bag up under your chin there, please. Now he's got where the knee is. All right, right foot. Just pick up, step, and freeze. Down. Back the bag up just a little bit. Go. Right there's good. Now stay right there. Good. You see every one of those steps are up the field. We're probably a little too far on a couple of them, but the main thing is the step is up the field. On a reach block, we don't want to lose the line of scrimmage. We're trying to move the line of scrimmage on a drive block. We should be able to move the line of scrimmage on a reach block even though it's against an outside technique. All right, back. So we're going to drill just back at the beginning and build the foundation about a pickup, step, and freeze. Now the next part of this on a reach block, we teach the kid that his first step's at the outside knee, and on his second step he wants his face and hands on the outside shoulder pad. So what these guys are going to do, they're lined up in an outside technique with the bag. When that offensive lineman moves, they're going to take one step with the bag. All right, we're going to go right foot, reach step, 2 steps, and freeze right here. Here we go, preset position. Back your bag up just a hair there, guys. Down. Right foot, 2 steps, and freeze. Go. All right, now right there. Now that looks like I'm not going to get the line of scrimmage moved. But right now we've got leverage on the defensive lineman. Number one thing is we move the line of scrimmage because both steps have been up the field. The second thing is we're at his outside shoulder pad. The only thing that defensive lineman has to make a tackle with is from his shoulder pad down right there. So these guys are in great shape on the angle. We teach them this. From this position, the worst thing you could do is try to swing your hips. If you swing your hips right here, they get in the way of the running back. So what we want a guy to do on a reach block right here is to just simply drive that line. He's not going to take the defensive man and turn him this way. We don't care about that. We want to move the line of scrimmage. Okay, now we're going to work on a reach block to the left. It's the same idea. It's a pickup step with his foot nearest the knee, right at the knee. On the second step, he's trying to get his face and hands at the outside pad of the defensive lineman. All right, here we go. We're going to go 2 steps and freeze right here. Reach left. Got an outside technique, 2 steps and freeze. Down. Go. Step, freeze, freeze. All right, now look at the position right here. They're in great position. They're up the field. They're moving the line of scrimmage. They got outside leverage on the defensive player, and the only thing he would have left to make a tackle with is right here. All right, we've worked on a head-up defensive player. That's a drive block. The next thing was an outside technique player. That's a reach block. In both those blocks, we're trying to move the line of scrimmage. We're trying to get position on the defensive lineman. We're trying to maintain a good base in our stance, working our feet, pounding the ground. We're trying to play behind our pads. The next block that we want to teach here is a down block. You get an inside defender. An inside defender usually is trying to penetrate the line of scrimmage. So what we're trying to do here, again, is move the line of scrimmage. Don't step position. Sometimes it's been shown that you try to do a cross body block. We're trying to move the line of scrimmage. So our aiming point's a little different. So now these offensive guys have an inside defender right here. And Coach Crothers will show you how we try to practice this is take the bag and turn it right at his outside eye. So this is a down block with a left foot. They've got an inside technique that's trying to penetrate the line of scrimmage. So they tilt the bag at the left eye, and we're going to take the pickup step, and our aiming point here is the head. The middle of that bag is the head of the defensive player. And as they take the 2 steps and freeze, if you stand behind them as you're coaching them, you'll see that the line of scrimmage, that their shoulder pads and tail stays parallel. They don't get crossed over. Coach Crothers will come on this side. He'll show you the biggest mistake a guy makes in this block is called stepping under the head. When he's trying to make a down block, this could be a center blocking back for a guard on a trap, all right, or somebody trying to block an inside technique. He doesn't step at the head. He tries to twist his foot right here, and when he does that, he's stepping under his head, and that allows the defensive lineman to penetrate the line of scrimmage. All right, let's work on it right here. 2-step pop. Got a down block left, 2 steps and freeze. Down. Go. Freeze. Now, right there. Now they're back to a base position. That's the most important thing, is that they're back to a base position. They've got their feet as wide as their shoulder pads or shoulders. They've got the hands in the right hitting position. They're behind their shoulder pads, and they have a base under them. Now all they do from that point is just like they did in a drive block, just like they did in a reach block. They pound the ground with their feet and work them like pistons. All right, bring them back. All right, now do the same thing. So we're going to do a full deal right here. Okay, got down block left. All the way with it. Down block left. Down. Go. Ho, right there is good. There you go, good. As you're coaching, you're looking behind it, what you're looking for there is straight lines. All right, as long as he's got a straight line, what he's done is kept his base. And that's the most important part of this block or any other block.